The attic light is flickering, a yellow tired eye, as I move aside the boxes where our ghosts and secrets lie. I found the cedar chest today, the one we bought in June, back when we were singing to a different kind of tune. On top of all the sweaters sits a stack of ivory white, wrapped in a velvet ribbon that we tied on a summer night. I pulled the first one from the pile, dated March of 25, back when every word you wrote made me feel so alive. The ink is slightly smudged right where you signed your name with always. I remember reading this while pacing through the hallways. You talked about the house we'd buy, the garden and the fence, how the world without me in it never made a lick of sense. But the paper's getting wrinkled now, and the edges have gone gray, and I'm watching your forever start to slowly drift away. I try to blink the sting away, but the salt begins to fall, tracing over sentences that I still can't quite recall. Now there's tears on old letters, blurring out the I love you, mixing with the promises that we didn't quite pull through. The blue ink starts to bleed across the page like a stormy sky, as I wash away the reasons why we ever said goodbye. It's a handwritten tragedy, a masterpiece of pain. I'm standing in the living room, but I'm drowning in the rain. My heart is just a paper scrap, tattered, thin and blue, dripping with the tears on these old letters sent from you. I reached the one from August, the night the weather turned, before the bridges that we built were the bridges that we burned. You wrote about the way I laughed, the way I took my tea. It's a portrait of a person that I no longer can be. How do I reconcile the man who held the pen so tight with the one who walked away into the middle of the night? Every drop that hits the parchment is a word I can't take back, a dark and heavy station at the end of a lonely track. They say that words are permanent, that they're carved in stone in time, but they're melting under the pressure of a love that lost its rhyme. I'm trying to save the sentences, I'm trying to hold the page, but I'm just a broken actor on a dark and empty stage. The I'll never leave is fading, the you're my only one is gone, washed away by the arrival of a cold and bitter dawn. And now there's tears on old letters, blurring out the I love you, mixing with the promises that paper scrap, tattered, thin and blue, dripping with the tears on these old